Close your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading, we're going to receive guidance from the universe, the usual stuff, and we're going to have a catch up. Now, I have been missing MIA for a while because I am recovering. I burnt myself with boiling hot water, so water just off the boil, and it was a quick recovery. It was about 3.5 weeks ago. I was able to heal this burn on my own. Yes, I did go to the doctors, and that's a whole nother story. It was pretty much a waste of time, but I was doing everything correctly, and I'd like to thank all my friends, those of you who are nurses, and my family members who are nurses and doctors, for keeping an eye on me. Let me just put it like that. I also would like to thank Elise. She works at a health food store. She's also training to be a holistic doctor. She gave me advice on what natural ingredients to put on the burn, and it works wonders. It healed really fast, but I was always cautious and mindful of not developing an infection, which never happened. A lot of my friends, they were very concerned because of the size of the burn, but I soldiered through and I'm well, so that's good. I may sound a little bit hoarse, and that is because I developed this flu that's going around, this, I don't know, I don't even know what to call it. I'm on the other side of it. It was absolutely awful. Yeah, so my son developed it and I'm nursing him while I'm recovering. I have still been doing personal readings and mentorships while I've been recovering, but as you all know, being individuals with spiritual abilities, you know well, it does take a lot out of you, especially if you are healing, you're recovering. So I needed to take a break from doing videos and also to look after my child. Now that we're both improving and we're getting more strength, I decided to do this video and give you guys a little something before year end. But also I was asked about a debate that happened a few weeks ago. I'm gonna say it was longer than that because the person was not well at the time when they did it, and it was regarding biblical scriptures. I'm sure many of you already know about this debate. It's all over YouTube, and I watched it, and clearly you can tell one of the individuals who was a part of the debate was not well. They just did not look like themselves. They looked drained and they weren't on their A game. Also, they weren't in their home. So the other person was at home, had access to all their books, and the other person was not. But more importantly, they just did not look like themselves. They didn't look well. And we all know that when you are not well, as much as you may know certain things like the back of your hand, you're not on your A game. Imagine having like a migraine and then you have to be in a debate. You know, you're not going to be 100%. But that aside, it was quite informative. It was powerful. There was truth on both sides. And the way one of the individuals in the debate explained the history of certain scriptures was exceptional. What is standing out regarding all of this is the behavior of individuals watching the debate or creating videos on the debate. They're pretty much gloating with glee over someone's misfortune. There's no compassion, there's no understanding, there's no flexibility. It's like their heart is hardened. And for me, whenever you are calling the Lord's name, so you're calling Jesus, you're saying I'm doing this for the Most High, everything I do is on behalf of that, Jesus and the Most High. There is a certain decorum that's needed. I was told to speak on the importance of devotion and commitment. When you commit yourself to Christ, to the Creator, to God, it's not a part-time job, activity. If you notice, when someone is committing to their health and well-being, right, someone who's really serious about it, really dedicated, they're doing everything that they can to ensure that their well-being is maintained. They're aware of what they're putting in their bodies, the food they put in their bodies, and making sure that they're getting enough exercise, enough rest, enough water, etc. Even state of mind and emotional state. They really make sure that they're all in tip-top shape, and it's a continuous task or exercise. It's the same thing with religious faith, spiritual faith. Those who are truly serious, they are taking their commitment seriously. So everything that they do is in alignment with their belief and how they're meant to practice it. Many people who claim to be devoted to their faith really aren't. And you see that with this whole situation. If you say you walk with Christ, wouldn't you be following the principles, living by them? So not just reading it and knowing where to find it in the Bible and just recite it. This is actually living by it. It is a part of your day-to-day practice. If you are saying that Jesus is the way, so you are telling people that, but you're not doing it. So in a sense, you don't believe it. One of the most important teachings is non-judgment, compassion. It allows you to truly be honest with yourself. It does allow you to look at yourself in a way and the situations that you find yourself in and react in a way that matches your faith. They're not bad principles. They're actually principles that, if followed, could change a lot of what's happening in the world that is destructive and harmful. One of the biggest principles that you keep hearing is love. And what's happening in this situation, that is far from love. What you see is, it was a bloodbath. Why would he even use words like that? He must be humbled. You are not here to fight the battles. The Most High can do that all by itself. What you are here to do is live by the principles and be the example, and that is how you have others see the changes that are needed in their lives. But it's very easy to stop looking at what's in your plate and look at what's on another person's plate and then start trying to control them. So you're completely not focusing on what you need to do. Why do you think Jesus spoke in parables? It's for you to be able to look into the message within the message. And I am so surprised that no one is seeing just the overall principle, and that is intentions. What are your intentions? Be mindful of your intentions. If you're doing something to get back at someone, is that the way of Christ? It's what's in a man's heart. Aren't you guys listening? What's in your heart? It don't matter how you look. It's what's in your heart. If someone is down, if someone is wrong, are you going to attack them? If the need to attack is in your heart, what does that say about you? So then, if you're saying that you are doing things on behalf of Christ and you have the attack in your heart, are you? Is that what Christ would do? It's not devotion and commitment. It's not easy. But when you devote yourself to a faith, it needs to be taken seriously. And I never forget that parable about those who are last will be first and those who are first will be last. This is going into the kingdom of heaven. Why do you think that is? This situation right here is screaming that. Okay, let me give you the clue here. The person who is seen as in the wrong in this debate has the opportunity for Christ, for God, to open his heart to see the way, to have greater understanding of what he may not understand. And in that, his heart will be open, but open without judgment. It will be pure, it will be new, it will be fresh. So even though this person may have done a lot of wrongs in their lives, the fact that their heart is now open and it's in its purest form, the love of Christ and God is in the purest form, that's why he will be first in line and entered into the house. And those who follow, and let me just say it like this, know better, because you are practicing and practicing and practicing, but then are tested with the principles that you're meant to be following. Hence, it's very easy to get lost in the whole judgmental thing. We all do it. But sometimes you have to catch yourself and kind of humble yourself in a way back to being very neutral. But It's very easy to fall into the patterns of being judgmental, of not having compassion for those who may be on the wrong path, for wanting them to be punished, for wanting them to be humbled, for wanting to play God pretty much. And that's why you will be last on the line, because you still have not learned the lesson. Your heart is not pure. That purity, that very open, very accepting way, that's what is needed. And the reason why it is difficult and requires a lot of dedication and commitment to being devoted to God, to Christ, is that you always have to maintain that pureness of heart. The maintenance is hard because life and people are challenging, they're complicated. So that is the real test for those who walk the path, and the real test to see how devoted you are to your faith. And to be honest, human beings fail that left, right, and center. I don't think it ever was a period where we got it right. And the same behavior you read in the past is happening now. Nothing has really changed. So that's why it is important to devote yourself to your faith, to God, to Christ, truly, and to get out of the pattern of this safety net of, well, I'm only human and I make mistakes, right? It's not to do wrong and then ask for forgiveness and then you do it all over again, because know that that's like pretty much taking the piss, right? It's taking the piss. You haven't learned your lesson, so you really will be last on the line. So just do your best to catch yourself when you are falling into the habit of stepping away from Christ and Christ's principles, not living in the way of Christ's principles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. I'm not going to put the title with this man's name on it because that's not what it's about. The image I get with that is like vultures, people who are picking at something that is dead, right? And it's not the men who are dead, it's their soul. I mean, it feels like what was taught, again, the principles that were taught, it's left for dead and mocked and picked at. The vultures are picking at it. And I don't want to partake in that because that's just not my way. But I was guided to share this view with those of you who are willing to listen and willing to be led back on the path of living by the principles, right? And you don't have to be a Christian to live by the principles either, right? They just seem like common sense to me. And that's why I have that deck, that principles deck that I created, because those are some of the principles of Christ. So yeah, I'm also getting that there's a lot of people who will convert to Christianity, but they will not be devoted. It's being mocked left, right, and center. It's being mocked. But you will have those who know, and they will follow and practice the ways of Christ. It's not about, hey everyone, look at me, I am now doing this. You have to live by it. You don't even need to tell anyone that you are living by the principles, following Christ. Just be the example. Just do it. Because remember, Christ and God will touch those who are meant to walk on the path. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. Right. So, I'm going to do a quick pick a card. I have 4 dice here. Okay, let's get the options. Option 1, 6. Option 2, 1. Option 3, 5. Option 4, 3. Okay, once again, this is option 1, that's 6. This is option 2, that's 1. This is option 3, that's 5. This is option 4, that's 3. So you can pause the video, choose a die, let's get to it. Hello, option 1, for those of you who selected 6, here's your reading. Okay, 6, we have here a decision to be made. We have balance, truly coming into alignment. I'm seeing coming into form. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Okay, we have fire. So we have the element of action. Oops. Card number 27 reducing to 9. We're entering into a number 9 here. Okay, what needs to come into alignment or decision that needs to be made? We have here messages. Card number 7. Spirit messages. 7 and the card of spirit for me. Zayner cards, developing psychic abilities. Page of Wands. Again, messages again. That's messenger. Right. So for someone, if you are trying to develop your spiritual gifts, so you are aware that you have spiritual abilities and you're trying to strengthen them, but you feel that it is not developing quick enough, this is saying for you to relax a bit, right? It is not something that happens quickly. You have to be relaxed. You have to allow yourself to develop at a comfortable pace. Also, your spiritual team, your ancestors are setting the pace for you. And I know that that can be hard to accept. Trust me, I've been there. But you have to accept that it can be quite dangerous, accelerating spiritually. It can affect your mental health. It can affect your physical health as well. I'm seeing like someone's brain being fried or their body being fried and in shock. And it opens the doors to illnesses developing. So it's important for you to be at peace with the pace of your spiritual abilities development and keep practicing with the Zayner cards. It's saying to continue to do what you are doing to help to strengthen your spiritual abilities. And this is for not only beginners, this is for intermediates and advanced individuals as well. Because you can develop one gift and then you reach that point where you are going to now develop a new gift. So for instance, let's say your main spiritual ability or the strongest was clairaudience, and you decide to develop, and you got to a point where you trust it completely. You know what is your thoughts, your feelings, and what is the intuitive knowing, that intuitive hit. And then you all of a sudden realize, okay, well, I have the gift of sight, but it's not very strong. It may appear different for everyone. Some people it's daydream state and it's blurry, so you have to rely on your clairsentience. But this is saying to continue doing what you are doing to strengthen that gift. And what I'm being shown is with the clairvoyance, it's strengthening the ability to the point where you're able to know what you are receiving. You are able to know the pictures that you are receiving, the meaning, how to translate them. So if you have to rely on other abilities, that's what you should do. So again, if you have the clairvoyance, you're starting to see the picture in your head and it's blurry, your clairsentience will help you to translate some of the messages that you are seeing, right? You are receiving. With the Page of Wands being here, you're still at that apprentice stage. So again, whether you are just stepping into practicing your spiritual abilities or you are midway through it or advanced, this chapter of this ability that you are developing, you're still at that apprentice stage, right? You're still the student, and it's important for you to always be comfortable in this particular phase. Don't rush to be the teacher, the professor just yet, okay? I'm seeing here pyramids, so we have ancient wisdom. So there's something about mystery schools here. So this is not one of those abilities that you can rush anyway, because there's a lot to take in. And again, it is important for you to be able to translate the messages clearly, so that if you are working with people, or if it is for you yourself in your day-to-day life, you're able to understand the messages that you are receiving clearly. For others, it's for you to brush up on your spiritual development. Okay, I'm hearing initiation as well. Right, let's get some guidance. So the 6, what I'm hearing with this is it could be two, I'm getting chills here. One gift you've completed, now you're stepping into developing another gift, but it's actually gifts from the ancestors or from a mystery school that you are now an initiate. And this can take years to develop. You may be in this phase of being the student for years, so it's to embrace it. Okay, guidance. Card number 39. Even in rest, your manifestations are in motion. Exactly. So they're still working with you, even when you are in rest. So that means when you are sleeping, you are still receiving information from the mystery schools, or information on how to develop your gifts further, right? So this is big. This is not something that should be rushed. You must embrace this phase, because there's key information here that you cannot miss out on. This is not about cramming for the test. This is really taking it seriously here. 39 reducing to 12, reducing to 3, and then we have 2 3s here, right, on either side to make up the 6. So it's vital that you pace yourself, and that you are alert and you understand what you are doing. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2, for those of you who selected the number 1 die, here's your reading. So we have personal, the individual, the beginning. Next year we're heading into a number 9 there. Seems like there's a lot of fresh new starts for you guys, but I'm feeling more the self. Okay, let's get some oracle. New life. Wow. Card number 4. Right, we have the Ankh. We have energy, fresh energy coming in, vibration. This could be a promise to the self. So, a lot of people like to do New Year's resolution and never usually follow through with it. Not commit here. It's showing me that you may actually commit to whatever you have planned for yourself in this new life, this new chapter. We have here recover, hello again, recycle. Right, card number 21 reducing to 3. Interesting, 3, 4. Astral traveler, dream wisdom. Interesting. I'll show you the bottom of the deck. Comet, potential for change. This looks like, and I'm getting chills, you know that movie Groundhog Day? That's what this recycling bag gives me. breaking vicious cycles, vicious patterns. It's almost like doing something and receiving the same result. And it's you finally realizing that, why am I doing this? This is crazy. Because the same thing just keeps happening. I have to make a change. Now we have dream wisdom here, and it's like you knowing or being given the guidance as to what to do in order to break this pattern. So it could be here where life is just the same old work, home, family, and then another year passes. There's not much growth, but you do have dreams and ambition, things you want to accomplish. You want to excel every year. You want something new, something fresh in your life. And now you have the opportunity to create that. We're talking about putting it into practice. So you are seeing an opportunity or given insight on an opportunity to make your dreams a reality, right? To break this monotony, to get off the Ferris wheel and to now make the necessary changes in your life. So this is really beautiful. With the recycling, it's also for some of you wanting another opportunity to put right a wrong. Okay? So it's like, if I had another chance, I would do things differently, and this is what I would do. And here, what the universe is saying is, you may just get that opportunity. And will you make the change, or will you revert to type? Go back on the Ferris wheel. Yeah, I'm getting like a time traveler vibe for this. Going back and correcting the wrongs. My life would look differently. Certain aspects would be different if I hadn't made that decision, or if I just took that job. Well, there's going to be a window of opportunity to create positive changes in your life. You have the 10 of Wands. Look at that. The end of hardship, the end of struggle. Look, 7 of Pentacles. That's the potential, right, for change. You win some, you lose some. It's like sometimes our actions or what we do may work out in our favors, or aspects or elements of it may work out in our favor, but a lot doesn't. So it's bittersweet in a sense. But this is saying that you're going to have the opportunity to change, to correct that wrong, or to improve your situation. But it's for you now to really be open to stepping on the path to change. Like really, when the opportunity presents itself, take it, right? This is not to sit back and hope or procrastinate or judge, right? Let me get another card for that. The 10 of Wands. Page of Swords. Yeah, this is giving me looking back at the 10 of Swords. Excuse me. Looking back at the 10 of Wands. So what could be a roadblock with stepping into change, with reaching for your dreams, is being chained to certain responsibilities, certain aspects of your life that you feel responsible for, heavily responsible. It's like you're so comfortable with having this heavy weight on you that it feels foreign when there's a chance where you can just drop all of that and start anew. So that is an area that you need to look into. Sorting out what is actually significant in your life that needs your attention, that needs for you to be responsible for, and what doesn't. What can be other people's responsibility, or what you are holding on to that's not a major issue, not very significant in your life. Okay, let's get some guidance. Card number 36, reducing to 9. Yep, we got the closing out. When you stop looking, the right messages will come. Look at this. When you stop looking, the right messages will come. This is you looking back. Okay. So constantly being in your head and being weighed down by the what ifs could be blocking important messages coming in that can help you to free yourself from the chains of these heavy burdens, right? So it's for you to really try to focus and to relax and to allow the guidance, the messages to come in to help you step on this new journey. They don't want you to continue in this vicious cycle of making the same mistakes or not having contentment in your life anymore. It's time to come off the Ferris wheel. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the 5 die, here's your reading. Wow. You know what I'm hearing with this? Change to change, change. Change to change, change, change. In those old-fashioned movies, that musical score, it's just so funny. So I am getting with the number 5. The time has come for change. It's like you can't run and you can't hide anymore. This is it. Gotta face the music. Okay, let's get some oracle. Wow, shadow and fire. Shadow and fire. Shadow is card number 43, reducing to 7, and 27, reducing to 9. Look at that, 9 pops up again. Next year is a number 9 year. We are talking about ending. 7, that's the number of spirit. But here with shadow, it's about all that you are hiding, running away from, that aspect of yourself that you prefer to keep hidden because you may be ashamed of it. And here it's like, it's time to change. And we have the fire elemental, that's about action. So it's no longer dwelling on it. It's time to do something about it. Right? Interesting. It's like no longer being able to resist change. Facing certain aspects of the self and making that effort, committing to change. Areas that you don't like about yourself. We have balance, yin yang, card number 4. But we have Emperor energy with coming off the number 4. We also have the 4 of Wands. So it could be in the home, taking charge. This could be someone who is a tyrant in the household, and a decision needs to be made or change needs to occur, whether you remain in that environment or not. If this is you, this is now making an effort to change, to see the side of yourself and to start healing, right? Be more in alignment, finding out why am I in this energy. And if this is a person in your household who may be very domineering, it's time for change as to whether you remain in that environment or not. Because it's not good to be in a situation where someone is pretty much lowering the vibe, the energy. It's always hostile. That's not healthy. This is time for you to step in that Emperor energy and be like, mm-mm, this gotta stop. This ain't happening anymore. We're not living in this. Okay? Setting boundaries. Card just fell. Queen of Wands. Yep. This is about the empowered one. This is about being unapologetic, taking action. We do have the Wands energy, fire energy. Really taking action on what is right for you and those in your household, or what is right for you if you don't have a family or children, but you are in a situation where you are being held down or suppressing this energy of being again empowered, of standing up for yourself, of moving towards what is right for you, right? We have the black cat. I keep looking at that, a hidden side of the self. This can also be someone who is a bit promiscuous here, and they're hiding that side of themselves. Spirit is saying there needs to be a healthy change. There needs to be balanced energy here, because with the fire energy, that is giving me like you could be burned. You could be burned by this hidden side of the self, okay? And it's not going to feel nice. So if you have the awareness where there is a need for change, where there's a need for balance, do so. This also speaks on stepping more in the divine feminine energy. So this is the energy of magnetism, to attract what is beneficial to you and not to chase and be on the hunt to prance on. It's not about that, right? There needs to be a balance between the masculine and feminine energies. But we do have this, definitely I'm getting a hidden aspect of the self that may end up burning you. Let's get another card for that. Four of Swords, yeah. Laying dormant. What stands out with the Four of Swords, and here's the chills again. We have someone lying on the truth, right? So sleeping on the truth, and we have the deception, Three of Swords, hanging over the head. So it's almost like knowing that there's something not right, or there may have been a wrongdoing, but justifying that wrongdoing. So there's every reason why I am celebrating my shadow self. It is a part of me anyway. Yes, but there's always a consequence. It's saying to be able to use that shadow aspect in a positive way. It's not to destroy. It's not to be destructive with that energy. It has to be balanced and used in a way that is beneficial to you and all involved. Okay, so this also could be guilt. So someone in this energy, they're actually up at night thinking about this, thinking about the consequences of their actions. Yeah, King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. Love. There's just there's just no way to justify any type of negative behavior when it comes to the shadow. It's all about figuring out solutions that doesn't disempower yourself or others. There's a strong need for balance, and it's important to understand the energies that you are working with. Understand why you are doing what you are doing, why you are partaking in a particular activity. Is this something that is beneficial to myself and others? How will it affect others? It is important to focus on the self, but it is also important to focus on others involved as well. Okay, so we do have here with the King of Swords, mindfulness. So that's one of the major changes that needs to happen. Let's get you some advice. So we have card number 10. It says, discomfort can be your friend. Let it lead you to healing. You hear that? And that's that fresh start, that new beginning. That's you on the summit of the mountain. You've reached the top. It may be uncomfortable to feel exposed, to be seen, but making the effort to change and to step into being more balanced and understanding what you are doing and why you are doing it. That will help you to heal. That will help you to step into an empowered energy. So you will not feel weakened. You will feel strengthened because you have mastered an aspect and the element of the self. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 4. For those of you who selected the 3 die, here's your reading. So we have here everything coming into alignment, everything coming into form. Okay, let us get some oracle cards. Okay, so we have here grounded. Card number 22, Master Builder. We have the Anchor. Okay, everything coming into form. Okay. We have here Healing. Card number 13, reducing to 4. We have the Ambulance. This is like seeing positive results. Again, everything coming into alignment. We have the Chariot, discipline and consistency. Look, this is matching the message, the opening message of this reading. And it's about commitment, devoting yourself to a cause. So that could be a faith, that could be devoting yourself to your health. It's not about doing it part-time. It's about fully committing to it, fully practicing it, taking it seriously. And this is what it's saying here with the number 3 die. It's like everything coming into form where you are finally going to be more disciplined. We have grounding energy, so I'm getting like finally understanding how to maintain, could be your health, or maintain stability, well-being. We have the Chariot, so this is taking an active approach, right? So this is you knowing exactly what needs to be done and you're running with it, okay? This is where you understand what you need to do so well that there's no room for error or no room for slacking. So here, this could be like a health scare, and this health scare has now allowed you to be more in alignment with what you need to do to maintain your health and well-being. And you can put this in other areas of your life as well. So with the ambulance, the medical staff, and the healing, what aspects or areas in your life that needs your attention, you're going to finally take it seriously. You're going to finally know what needs to be done for consistency. I'm getting chills, and you will stick to it. Nice. Chariot speaks on determined to make it work, and it will. Okay. Page of Swords. So we have a student energy here, seeing again what needs to be done. Right. We have the Three of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. It's like I'm hearing, seeing the bad choices we made, what could have caused whatever now that needs your attention, what caused it to get out of control. Because we have here the choices that we made determined the outcome, the changes that needs to be made, right? Finally understanding what it is and what needs to be done. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, that's the work to be done. The effort that needs to be put in to being disciplined, to maintaining balance and well-being. The grounded energy is a Pentacles energy as well, right? We have the Queen of Swords, so that involves cutting back or cutting out what does not serve you, what is not healthy for you, right? Yeah. It's realizing, look, this is what I need to do in order to have longevity. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Again, it's about finally coming into alignment with what needs to be done. And this is you next year in the number 9 year. So this is not a bad thing. You've accepted it. You've come to terms with it. And you are now dedicated to making your well-being a priority, your security and your stability a priority. Okay, let's get some guidance. We have card number 11. That's a master number. That is the wisdom we possess within. Home is the curation of the many feelings we wish to dwell in. So this is like coming out of your comfort zone. And it can also mean coming back to the self, coming home to the self. This is about observing everything that could be a good influence or a bad influence in your home, right? And making the necessary adjustments to feeling at home, to feeling safe within your body or within whatever area that needs your attention, okay? It's making sure that you feel comfortable and safe with the changes that are occurring in that area. I'm also getting with this card doing emotional healing, because sometimes that is the catalyst of a lot of our ailments, our roadblocks, our struggles. So it's doing emotional healing as well, purging events in the home that may be affecting us now later in life. So this runs very deep. And you have an opportunity to build this new life that is more in alignment with who you are today. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your